So lawyers oftentimes have a reputation of being kind of cold-hearted and, not really caring about people and, being sharks and things like that. And I think a lot of people don't understand that not everybody arrives at the profession with that mindset. That it's just kind of something that happens to you over a long period of time. Because, what happens is when you're a private attorney like me, people come to you and they hire you. And they want you to, go and fight for them, get them what they want. And a lot of people come to you, with a sob story, or they come to you with some sort of, way of being in which you're supposed to feel sorry for them. A lot of people want, you to do free work. They want you to believe in their case. And, so one of the things that happens is after that, goes on long enough and you have enough experience, you begin to run into people who are doing that because they want you to do something for them. And many times they don't want to pay you. They'll go and they want to get free work out of you, or they want to get free advice from you, and you're supposed to feel bad for them, And the same thing happens when you go in front of a judge. The judge is there and everybody wants to play on the heartstrings of the judge. But having been there before, again and again, most judges, like most lawyers, are kind of a little bit thicker in the skin when it comes to responding to emotional appeals. Because everybody's got a sob story, and the question is really not who's got the sob story, but who's right and who's wrong. And one of the things that you see is people using sympathy and empathy against you to manipulate you and to get you to doing what they want you to do. And it's disheartening, and frankly, it makes you different as a person. It's sort of like being a cop, being, in a position of any kind of authority like that, where you have to do things that people don't like. After a while, you just kind of get immune to it. And that's really just a function of the way that people are treated. Oftentimes, people don't want to be, cold and cruel. It's just kind of where you end up.